Team Deadbeat to come up here to get started with the competition. So while we're getting ready, I'm going to have Mark introduce his team.
Okay, I'm Mark. This is Alex, Jeremy, and Jenny. And that's our robot, Hubert.
So I see there's a blue LED sticking off a breadboard on your robot. What is that about?
Well, the breadboard runs our encoders, which give us we actually hack the mouse encoders to get us a really accurate sense for how far the robot is moving. So the breadboard does stuff. The LED is on there because it looks cool.
So what exactly do you do with the encoders?
Well, right now we're mostly using it for distance because it turned out that the gyro is a lot more accurate for telling what angle we're at. But you'll see it driving around, and we did give it a distance, and it drives the distance based on how far the encoder moves along on the wheel.
So were you originally intending to use this sort of setup?
You mean with the encoders and stuff? Well, I actually started this off the bat thinking that I used encoders in 627 and they worked really well. And we thought we might be able to use them for learning really accurately because we could actually use a mouse which has ridiculous precision, like 100 times more than the encoders that they give us in lab. But it turns out that even with that, they're a little bit noisy and we get a lot better with the gyros. So we're not using them for as much as we thought we would, but they're still pretty nice.
So I know a lot of teams this year are using mice as encoders, but yours is the only one that has a breadboard. Do you want to explain why that is?
Well, that's due to a couple of things. One, I don't have a lot of experience with writing drivers and stuff for weird mice. Also, the mouse the only mouse we could find that we was willing to part with when we wanted it, like immediately, was this ancient one with some weird adapter that I've never seen before. It was like from 1980 or something.
So specifically, what does the breadboard do?
I'm sorry. So it actually interfaces the encoders with the encoder port that's on the fork board, because it's built to support encoders and count how many tips we've gone. But it's not, of course, not set to do with the mouse, so that converts the signal so they're compatible.
So your robot is turning a lot. What is it doing?
It spins until it sees a ball, and it's like right now it just saw a ball and it's going to pick it up.
So will it score immediately when it sees a goal, or will it wait
Until later.
That depends on whether or not it sees another ball. We thought it'd be smarter to have it do a full spin and try to pick up everything in an area instead of just going to the first object. So it looks like right there that ball was too far away and it didn't get a good reading on it, so it's going to go for the goal. When we spin, we weight everything around us to try to figure out what the best angle to go is, and closer stuff has higher ratings because it doesn't really make sense.
So that sort of rocking motion happens a lot at the Maslab competitions, but I actually, as opposed to normally, yours is actually deliberate.
So it didn't happen there. Right now it's actually wall following, so we don't accidentally see balls that we drop next to the goal and go try to pick them up again. But ours walks because we've got this basically drum in there that spits out the balls. And we found that it shoots them out a lot better if we move forward and shoot out at the same time. We get a lot more distance out of it. We'll probably see it do that in a minute or two. I think it got jammed on that last one.
So what type of sensors are you using besides the camera?
Well, we're using IRs to tell distance. So it did a little bit of wall falling after it dumped, and that was using the IRs. It also uses the IRs to not run into goals, or I'm sorry, into walls. And it uses the bump sensors to tell when to arrive at the goal. So I think it was going for something and lost it, and it searched, missed it, and it went back into wander. So it's picked the ball up again.
Does it know that it has a ball?
Yes.
Is that done through programming or like a bump sensor behind the truck?
We have an IR in the bottom of the robot that leaves when balls come in.
So you basically have a break beam.
Right.
We have a problem with the clock, that's why it's not up.
Well, the official clock is here.
Okay, we have a clock over there. Apparently the light turns yellow with 1 minute to go, and I believe it peaks when it's out.
So for some reason it didn't see anything there, so I think it went to navigation.
For navigation, is it just wall following?
We've actually got 3 types of navigation because we thought that would make us, well, we kept trying different things and nothing really worked 100%. So we've got wall following, which seems to work the best. We have barcode navigation, and we have random distances. And so it actually rolls and does a random choice as to which one to pick, but highly favors wall following. Another thing that happens, sometimes it looks really dumb because it gets close to a ball and then just sort of misses it. But what's actually happening is the camera has a very narrow field of view. And so if it gets too close and it's not dead on, it can't actually see it. And so it thinks that it misread or didn't see it.
What just happened there? It spit out the ball.
It was doing that at one point. I thought we fixed it. We actually have a lot of rubber bands in there to help it pick up. So probably what happened is our rubber band strength has changed slightly over time. Like overnight. So it's going for the goal now. Once time gets low, it rates goals really heavily so that it goes nuts and tries to go after them. So it's solid. Okay, so it bumped and missed. If the bump sensors, so the bump sensors work, they told it it's not in the goal, so it's going to go in at a different angle, and I'll keep doing this a couple of times until it makes it. So the next one should work.
Balls are technically on the court or not, or just possession. That's what's going on there.